Welcome everyone to our Sunday evening meditation. It is May 1. It is May Day, Play Day. It's a celebration of Beltane. And it's really the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. And so we thought tonight we would take a look at that kind of in-betweenness, that liminal space. In this time, there's a threshold of not yet complete or not, the old is still old and we're not into the new quite yet. So there's this bit of a tension there. And in human design, we're in this hexagram of the 24th. And that is all about silence. That's what we wanted to focus on tonight. Silence. Silence. Okay. Silence. It's about silence. And it's about going, it's a mental thing. It's going over and over in the mind. We're completing this quarter of initiation. So it's this time to contemplate what we've been in, what we've initiated in the last 3 months since January 22, like the beginning of the Rave New Year. So it's going over and over and over things. And I thought I want to show you a picture. When we talk about the hexagram, so we're in the 24th hexagram for until tomorrow, and it is earth over thunder. And you can see these are the 6 lines of a hexagram. And on the bottom line, when you have a solid line, it is a yang line. And so think about how there's this solid energy at the bottom, and it keeps wanting to break through this space right here. Right? So it's holding and it wants to break through. It's waiting for that breakthrough. But then what comes next is this second hexagram where we have earth over earth, and we have the most yin of all the gates.
Which is female energy.
Yeah, yin is the female and it's receptive. And you can see, I just love the pictures. That's the ancient I Ching for you. See how I do this? You can see the opening right there. Right, that's receptivity. It's pure receptivity. And that's what we're heading into, I think, starting on Tuesday and going for 6 days. So it's earth over earth. So it's double earth. We're really in this earth time. Right now, it's the earth over thunder in the 24th. And the thunder is all about what we've been in the last 8 weeks, where it's the shake, and we've had mountain over thunder, we've had lake over thunder, we've had all these different ways. So I just love the picture image. And just so I want us to think about tonight is this returning to the silence, returning and having this contemplative time and going into this receiving energy, right? It's like having that yang line breakthrough, and we know that it's going to open up into this receptive energy. So taking time to be in the silence, noticing, again, we have to notice our mind, the addiction to our mind and all the busy thoughts. There's all these patterns and all this da-da-da-da-da-da going on, and that can be an addiction. And whatever addiction there is, that's like the shadow part of this hexagram 24. So when we can get out of the addiction and go into the silence and just pay attention, just be with whatever it is. Don't try to change it. It's just, okay, there's my mind again, there's my mind, and it's the returning. We're going to return and we're going to return and return. But in that returning, every now and then, like there's a gap, and notice that gap between your thoughts. Notice that gap and that silence that is there. And that's what we're going to celebrate tonight with this living in the liminal, in this in between. It's really like minding the gap.
Mm-hmm. And we live very much in the in between and in betwixt, right? That magical time where dawn moves into dusk, dusk moves into dawn. The day moves into the night, right? And the morning moves into the day. That traditionally, those times are the spaces where the worlds are very, very close together. And we live in between 2 epochs of shifting from Pisces to Aquarius, from the cross of planning to the cross of the sleeping phoenix. And there are other traditions that speak of this time of the in between and in betwixt, in between, which way ever around. And traditionally, in those time like that, silence was really important because something new is unfolding, and your mind can only regurgitate the past. So you literally are blind to that which unfolds in the new. So going into that silence and just being present in the silence, in receptivity to that new, really receiving that new, opens a space for magic, for wonder, for awe, for that which wants to be burst forth, which will be burst forth anyway, no matter what you do, whether you go and I don't want the change or wow, I'm curious. The only thing that changes is your experience of the ride. And I highly recommend, as this is a very precious planet, to enjoy the ride, because that is a huge contribution. And enjoy the ride might not mean that it's pretty and pink and you're always happy. No, but you go into the intensity of being alive and always return to you, to that sacred space within, to that silence, and really listening, and then go forth into the adventure again. So I loved this is actually one of my favorite festivals of the year. I love it. And it is also, be aware in your daily life. You might be in these days, in the next week, be more aware of the otherworldly beings that might like to hide some things and might play little tricks on you. And if that's the case, just make a little offering of just saying, hey, thank you, I acknowledge you, I see you, or I don't see you, but I know you're here. And if you want to, they love sweets, they love a good wine, they like something that you love. And if you want to make an offering, for some people that works, for others it's just that acknowledgement and that hello.
Yeah, in the traditional feasting, it's like we, feed the wine and feed the people, and never forget the fairies. Never forget the fairies and the elves and all the creatures and the unseen ones. They're the ones that want that offering. And
Yeah, we watched today Ram Dass's Becoming Nobody, and he has this friend, Emmanuel, and he doesn't have a body. And he said, well, you might accept him or not. Just because he doesn't have a body doesn't mean that he's not real. And I just thought that was just beautiful. So it was a nice acknowledgement.
So we can all bring our imaginary friends into this meditation
Absolutely.
tonight.
And our beautiful bodies. For us, that's a big part of this journey and how to be in this beautiful vessel. Very nice. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, then let's do the wriggle. Get comfortable. And if you wish, you can turn your camera off or leave it on. Take that deep, yummy breath into your belly. And let it flow out. And again, allow your breath to flow all the way into your belly. And let it go. And come present into this moment, here and now. And with being present with yourself, allow that space of you to expand from the inside out. Like that they did in the old days when they cast a circle. You're casting your circle with the space of you around you and within you. And become aware of the past, that which is no longer. And just perceive the energy of that. And become aware also of the future, that which is not quite yet. Just get a sense of it. You don't need to know what's going to happen. Just perceive the energy. And perceive yourself in the present moment, being born out of the past and birthed into the future. Being the gift that is called present. And today, be aware of your mind racing between those two, the past and the future. And for a moment, invite it to just sit with you in the presence. In the presence of the present. And together, let's go into the silence, honoring that which was, and opening up, embracing that which will be. And in that silence, allow yourself to love the present, you, and all of life, the seen and the unseen. in this silence, also open your body up for this energy of spring, life bursting forth here in the northern hemisphere. Particularly open up those areas that touch the ground, whether that's your feet or your bum, whatever touches the ground, open it up for that delicious earth energy to rise up in you. And you don't have to do anything other than open up, be receptive, and receive that new energy. And in these times, when the veils between the worlds are very thin, there's a tremendous amount of grace available. Grace of letting go of the old, of that which no longer serves, without having to do anything else but being open to let go. So allow this new energy to just gracefully wash away all those old aches and pains, all those hurts, all those regrets, guilts, all the shame, all the resentments, all the worries, all the doubts. Just surrender to the new. And let it wash away that which no longer serves. And by allowing this energy to flow through you and burst forth, know that you are part of creating a wave of the new. Together, we're welcoming the new, the unexpected, the creative, the unknown. And that wave is unstoppable. And the more we open up to that, the more graceful the disappearance of the old will be. And let's all be role models of this grace. The less the old has a hold on you, the more graceful its disappearance can be. And the more graceful the unfolding of the new will be. And in the welcoming of the new, also for a moment, let's open up to the world of the unseen, the world of the elves, the fairies, the shining ones. Open up for their caring, playfulness, strength, magic. And let's walk together in harmony again into the new. And for your next week, I invite you to be curious, discover the new every day, every moment, whether that is something in the physical realm or in the energetic realm. Notice what is unfolding, what's new, what's different. And with a smile, welcome it. Have fun, be playful. Be like a child exploring a whole new world, a whole new life that is possible. And it doesn't matter whether that's a situation that's stuck or something exciting and new. In all of those areas, what can you discover that you haven't seen before, that wasn't possible before? That tickles you, that brings forth the greatness in you, whatever it is. And in all of that, remember to be grateful for you. Thank you.